let's get back into the video.
Probably the least interactable out of all of them, as well as shutting off an entire summoning type and effect for the whole turn, means that entire archetypes crumble, especially when some of the restrictions Konami's been giving to decks is locking them into their extra deck summoning method for the turn. Which, like, I get you want to stop them from being these crazy combo decks, but then why does a card like this exist that now gives silver bullets to every single deck to counter yours? And not just like so.
What? That's such a. I mean, okay.
That's a good.
He needs to expand on that take. That's a weird take. D-Bear came out way before Brandon.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. It's not future proof. And then, like, why are you making a deck? Like, you can make a deck that, like, locks you into a certain type or a certain summoning mechanic. That's fine. But you get, like, now you have D-Bear that just stops those type of decks.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to, like, if I was a branded player, I would feel bad that I just activated a spell that locks me into fusion summoning.
Mm-hmm.
And now you just activate a card that says, no, you can't fusion summon.
Okay, well, how is Konami, maybe I'm playing devil's advocate here, but how is Konami supposed to anticipate these kinds of things, right? What year did, like,
what are you talking about?
Like, okay.
It's their card pool.
Okay.
So, hold on. So
D-Berry was made years ago.
Hold on.
So,
okay.
Am I supposed to,
consider,
like, hold on. Am I supposed to, when making new archetypes, am I supposed to consider every card that could potentially stop that archetype or could potentially be, like, toxic into the game, even though it wasn't toxic then, but it could be toxic now? That stumps creativity.
Okay, maybe not every single card, but D-Bear is a pretty prevalent card.
Okay, but that still stumps creativity. This is
okay. Like, you can
am I not supposed to make a fully fusion deck or a fully Xyz deck because D-Bear exists?
No, that's fine. You can, like, that's fine, but you still have to consider other, like, if you're making a deck that can lock you into a summoning and then you have another card can stop that summoning, I think you should consider that. If it locks you into it, like, and branded, not only branded, because branded has a lot of cards that it can interact with that can, you know, there was the whole Cartesia and Quem. Those are branded cards, or considered in the branded deck, the branded Despia deck. There are also tuners, right? So if you're gonna make cards like those that mix well together, why not, like, make them able to summon, like, use multiple mechanics? But no, you just made a whole deck. You even pushed a whole deck that specifically locks you into fusions. But then you have things like D-Barrier.
Okay,
you have don't get me wrong. There's always going to be, at least for now, there's always going to be cards that counter a whole, like, mechanic or a whole playstyle. But if you don't have any, if you at least don't consider, okay, so like D-Shifter, right? D-Shifter is a card where you just you have to have no cards in your graveyard to use it, right? So it's basically only decent turn one. So I think, even though D-Shifter is an annoying card to deal with, I think that is a good restriction on it. That way you're not able to activate at any time, right?
I mean, I see your point, but I think it's unreal. I think it's unrealistic to, like, stump Konami on creating archetypes with I mean, with every strategy has its major vulnerability. Its greatest strength, it's going to be its greatest yeah, exactly.
Sure, yeah, that's,
I know that's cliche to say, but, like,
no, yeah, you're right. That's fine, but, you know, something with a lingering effect specifically is because it's hard to enter. It's hard to counter. That's the whole point.
Okay, yeah, it can be hard to counter. I think that's fine.
I mean, I don't really think that's fine. Like, I should be able, like, of course, we have, like, cross out, sure. But, and, it's just, you shouldn't, there shouldn't be cards, that are just so hard to just counter that I just lose to.